Why did you believe that thought that told you that he was your friend?
Right. I wanted to...
No, that was a question.
Because I don't know, because I guess I wanted to, want to have some friends.
Why?
Right?
Why do you want to have friends?
Right, exactly.
No, that was a question.
The JLP Show has got to be the most bizarrely confusing, unbelievably ridiculous, nonsensical, mortifyingly dumb, pace like molasses, never get to the point kind of show I've added to my Republicans Say the Darnedest Things series. Today we're gonna see Jesse address a man that got fired from his job for being a racist. Just wait until you hear what bizarre turn their conversation takes. I'm still brushing off laughter. You know, I gotta tell ya, I don't know where my mind stands at the moment. Is it confusion? Is it disbelief? It's probably f***ing both. Nonetheless, my head hurts from what I just watched. So, I'm gonna make all you guys live through that same misery with me. As I commentate to it, of course. But let's see Jesse discuss racism with a racist.
So I wanted to tell you a quick story and the next, for your advice on it. So yesterday I got fired from my job for being a racist. And this is how it happened. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So yesterday I got fired from my job for being a racist. And this is how it happened. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Did you make your hook the beginning of the show? If your episode starts the way it did, then just start the damn show. You don't have to hook us with something that's gonna happen in the next 6 seconds. That's not the point of a hook, Jesse. Sir, you are a very special little man.
Have a very special day for a very special little man.
Okay.
Yesterday I got fired from my job for being a racist. And this is how it happened. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Look at Jesse getting all serious and shit. Sir, because you're looking for the best of the best of the best. Sir. Captain America right here. If you got that reference, you and me, we right here. We right here. And while we're already here, why don't you give this video a like? Help it spread to more progressives and leftists. I appreciate that, my friends. Thank you so much.
This is what happened. So I work at a law firm, and this Friday, there's this black guy at work. He's always coming to my office. We would talk. He said he liked talking to me. I thought we were friends, So I was going to go home this Friday. It was a long day. I was going to go home. But he comes in the office, like, oh, we're going to the bar. Come hang out. What are you going to do at home? We'll just come hang out, So I go with like 7 other coworkers. I go to the bar. And I go like every other week. I usually don't even like going because I don't like hanging out with people at work because you got to be careful what you say. And you drink. If you say something, people get, you never know. So I usually don't like going, but he keeps asking. I would go. People would ask me, I would go. So I went this Friday, and we're sitting at a table, like 7 of us. Something came up. He was like, he had a hood on, and some girl goes, "Oh, he looks like Yoda." And I said, "Oh," because he had like a big baggy hood on or whatever. I said, "He looks like a ghetto Yoda." And she goes, "That's racist." I was like, racist doesn't. I was like, racism is not even a problem. It doesn't exist. It's used as a divider.
Did you hear that? Racism doesn't exist. It's used as a divider. I've told you guys this before. I preach it all the time in almost every other video. These people don't think racism actually exists anymore. You just heard it from the horse's mouth. So when you think about that, how could you convince these people that systemic racism exists when they don't see blatant racism in front of their faces? Also, calling something ghetto is racist. Ghetto is a derogatory term for bad, filthy, or lower. And by you saying that this is a ghetto Yoda, makes us think that you're thinking that this is a lower Yoda or a bad Yoda. And honestly, I'm wasting my time here. I'm speaking gibberish to these people. They have no clue what I'm talking about. Let's just finish hearing the racist story, shall we?
It's just, is it right or wrong? It's just like, is it good or evil? Things like that. That's what I said. And then he said, he got mad at that. And then he brought up, oh, do you support, Donald Trump? I was like, yeah. And I was like, I didn't want to say. I did say yeah. And then he kind of asked, oh, so you think that guy on the train, that he deserved to die? That guy in the Jordan Neely? I said, not that he deserves to die, but he didn't mean to kill him. And he was on the train threatening people with violence. So he was trying to defend himself. And it happened. And then Nancy's like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I said, all right, fine, no big deal, And then the next day, yesterday, I come into work and had a long day. I was doing a bunch of depositions. I'm working hard. 5 o'clock. The HR person comes into the office. I heard that you said something racist. You said something, inappropriate. She's like, what happened? And I said exactly what happened. And then, what I just told you. And he said, oh, another thing you said, too. I said, because he lives in Brooklyn, this guy, he brought up that I said, be careful in Brooklyn. He wanted to get a nice car. I said, no, you got to be careful. Like, in Brooklyn, you're having a nice car. They target you, And he took that as racist as well. I assumed, I guess he lived in the bad neighborhood. I assume, pretty much all Brooklyn to me is dangerous. Doesn't matter where you live.
This dude is the purest racist that you could get here in the U.S. And this is a New Yorker racist. These are nasty. In that minute and some change story, I heard at least 4 or 5 right-wing propagandistic talking points. Bad neighborhood in Brooklyn. They'll target you for having a nice car. They will target you. I wonder who they is. Jordan didn't deserve to die on that train. But it's just racist right-wing talking points left and right, dude. And I don't know if this dude is trying to help himself or sabotage himself. But I think he thinks he's making a valid point here, but he's failing at it miserably. Because, dude, you're coming off even more like a racist, and I'm glad that company fired you.
I was like, no, I was just trying to tell him to be careful. I was like, I don't even have a nice car because I don't want to be a target. I try to, not be flashy. How people are nowadays. And then so I explained real quick the story. I couldn't even believe that I was even having to say this. Nothing to do with my job. A minute later, the managing attorneys, this HR woman comes into my office. I'm like, is this the exit interview? Like, unfortunately, yes. You've been fired immediately. No notice. I had to just walk out, just leave at that moment. Because he was scared, because I guess he has black clients, and he was scared that I would say something. I don't know, that's maybe... Now, this guy worked there for 5 years, so and he's like the assistant to the boss, and I just got to the job 3 or 4 months ago, so I was new to the job, and he took his side right away, and that was it. Didn't even give me he walked me out. I didn't overreact. I just said, I can't believe that. I said, all right, I guess I should leave right now. They said, yeah, leave.
Yeah, what are you still standing around here? Go! Get the out, you're fired. And that's exactly how you treat a racist, in my opinion. Don't give them any notice. Immediate termination, Get the out. Oh, and wait until we inform the unemployment office about this. You ain't getting a penny from us.
So as I'm walking out, one of the attorneys had to walk me downstairs, and he said they won't try to destroy my career, that they'll I could use, he gave me his number to use as a reference for future job interviews, But just, I guess, an example of the kind of world we live in, you can't say anything. I know you shouldn't say anything at work, but he kind of let my guard down because I thought these people were my friends. We would go out a lot, I thought these people were my friends, and I could kind of speak my mind, be myself.
I thought these people were my friends. I thought they were just like me. I thought that they would be accepting of my racism. Well, you thought wrong, Cupcake, and I'm glad these people called you out on it. I'll always keep saying this. Don't allow racists to think that they can get away with this because they can't. But here's the part of the interview that goes completely off the wall. Watch this.
And why did you think they were your friends?
Because we would go and hang out, after work, and we would talk at the office, and he would come into my office and talk to me, and he told me he liked talking to me.
And this is a black guy, right? A black guy, right?
A black guy. And he used to come to my office. Yeah.
And why did you think that he was your friend?
Because of the way he kind of talked to me. Right? I thought, and then we would hang out one night. We were at the bar late till 1 in the morning, and I bought him something. I was like, oh, if we went to the deli, I bought him the food, and we were hanging out. And he just seemed like he likes me,
And that made you think that he was your friend?
Right. That made me think he was my friend. Exactly.
And what have you heard about thoughts?
What have I heard about thoughts?
What have you heard me say about thoughts?
Don't ever believe a thought. Every thought is a lie.
This is where the confusion started to slowly creep in, and even a bit of creepiness too. This conversation, my friends, goes so far off. I'm still wondering how it got to where it gets. At first I thought he said, what did I tell you about bots? And I'm sitting there thinking, I hate bots. Bots suck. And then the racist repeated it and said, don't ever believe a thought. Every thought is a lie. So Jesse believes that every thought that comes through a human's brain is a lie. This man is so far behind, you wouldn't be able to pull him back even if you tried.
That's right. And why did you believe that thought that told you that he was your friend?
Right. 'Cause I wanted to.
No, that was a question.
Because I don't know. Because I guess I wanted. Maybe I wanted to. Want to have some friends.
Why?
Right?
Why do you want to have friends?
Right. Exactly.
No, that was a question.
This is by far the funniest thing Jesse has ever put to film, man. Oh my god, I'm dying here. I can't stop laughing, dude. I'm dead. So why did you believe those thoughts that they were your friends? Right. No, that was a question. Well, because maybe I wanted some friends? Why? Why do you want to have friends? Right. Exactly. No, that was a question, motherfucker.
You want to be liked, right? You want to have, you
And
want to be at work.
Why do you want to be liked?
Right.
No, there was another question.
Oh my god, he did it again! He did it again!
My own personal type of, like my own vanity and ego, I guess.
Yo, think about it. This is a lesson for you. You thought that it was a friend. You want to be liked. You want friends. And as a result of that, you ended up dealing with devils, calling them friends. All thoughts are all lies all the time.
What the do you even mean by that, Jesse? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need some elaboration here. I need some examples.
Example.
Those are such made-up claims, they require some kind of proof. I don't give a and until then, I'm gonna call you a liar. Because my thoughts right now are, I'm hungry as and I can't wait until later when I order that large stuffed crust pepperoni pizza from Pizza Hut, devour it, and then regret every decision I made as I spend the rest of the night on the bowl.
And so if you overcome those thoughts, you would never want for a friend. And that way you would never be set up like that again.
Right.
You still believe in thought. Why don't you overcome thoughts?
I know.
No, that was another question.
Maybe if you stopped asking your question like a statement, the racist wouldn't get confused by it. That was another question, Did I stutter? And don't be doing that falling down the stairs neither, you hear me? Are you conscious?
Why don't I overcome thoughts?
Yes.
I'm weak and I've been giving into them my whole life. And I can't, I don't know how to change quickly, and it's a slow, drawn-out process, and it seems like I have to go through a lot to even get to that point.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
No, I do it.
What's suffering? What the?
I know.
How will you Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I do it in the morning. I do it every morning. I make time for it. It's at night that I will not do it.
So now we're in the God territory. A territory I try not to dabble in, but I think right now, it's free game. Jesse asks the racist if he does some kind of nightly prayer. And the racist responds with, no, I haven't had time. I haven't done it in a while. Instead of encouraging him in a nice way to maybe get back to it, Jesse says this to him.
What's suffering? What the?
He tells him to suffer then. Why the did you come on my show to tell me that you were fired for being a racist? Look, we're on the same page. I was there with you for a moment. I mean, I felt you for a while. But then you said you didn't pray anymore? That's where I draw the line.
You burn in hell, you racist spawn of demon.
Well, I would do it not as consistently at night,
And so how will you overcome thoughts? Thoughts are spirits, evil spirits, right? How will you overcome that if you don't be still and let the light cause you to overcome the darkness? How would that happen if you don't be still and let go?
Right. It won't happen. It won't happen.
And so you love your hell?
No, I don't.
And then if you didn't love your hell, why don't you overcome it?
I will. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna work on it.
Just to make it clear, this racist. Him, I'm glad he got everything that he deserved. But Jesse is putting this down so so hard, dude. And that's the issue with religion itself. It turns you into this person that's engulfed with these theologies to the point where it's literal to them. And if anyone else doesn't believe in those same theologies, they get not just shunned, but belittled to the point where I feel a little bit sorry for this miserable on the other line. I really hate being an empathetic person sometimes.
I have to do it.
Yeah, that is an amazing story, but that's what human beings are doing to one another in this country today because they're angry. And I want to encourage you to do the silent prayer so you can overcome the false need of the world. It's not out there in the world. It's not in people. And as long as you need them, I want friends, I want love, I want this and I want that, you're setting yourself up to be destroyed by people.
Holy sh**. I mean, damn, dude. You don't want him to have no friends, no love, no emotions. I mean, those are perfect ingredients for creating an evangelical Christian right-winger. This has proven to me that Jesse Lee Peterson has no love for anybody. Doesn't know what it is at all. Is completely emotionless, with no thoughts running through Jesse's brain, which means he has no inner dialogue, which is a red flag by itself. This dude is a walking NPC. It can't get more blatant than this.
Because people are evil. Human beings are evil.
I wasn't even going to go to the bar. I was going to go home, and he asked me to come.
He set you up.
He set me up.
Because he knew that you needed him emotionally.
Yes, guy at work that I only say hi to that passes me by in the hallway. I needed you emotionally. Don't listen to a guy that doesn't have any emotions himself. Jesse doesn't even know what emotions are. And why did you say emotions like that? That was funny as shit. Play that again.
He set you up.
He set me up.
Because he knew that you needed him emotionally.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that was a question, mother. What is that? You hear that?
I wasn't even going to go to the bar. I was going to go home, and he asked me to come.
He set you up. He knew that you needed him emotionally. Emotionally.
But he asked me to come.
He knew that you needed him emotionally. Emotionally. But you can't.
I said if I didn't care what people think, I would have just went home.
And you can't. Right. That's right. But you have a need for them, and you couldn't go home. You went to get your need fulfilled.
Exactly. I let the thoughts convince me, and I knew I shouldn't have. My gut was telling me go home. You know.
Yeah.
And then I let the thoughts say go. Go to the bar. What are they going to think? They're going to be mad at you.
Yeah.
They're not going to like you if you don't go.
You listen to the devil, man.
And then the boss decides.
There's no such thing as...
he's trying to protect himself.
There's no such thing as friends or a friend. That's just another thought, another idea that is straight out of hell. Friendship doesn't exist.
Well, at least now I know why you are the way that you are, Jesse. And I think it's time to fix that. It's actually a pretty simple fix. Just go get some friends, dude. It's not that hard. Find some of your like-minded right-wing goons. Aren't you in Alabama? Can't you find someone down there? And I think by pursuing that direction, more people will like you, dude. Your life would drastically improve if you got some friends. I guarantee it. But honestly, I don't know how much I could trust a person that thinks friendship doesn't exist. If you don't have friendship, which is one of humanity's main sources of life, then what the f*** do you have, Jesse? Honestly, you need a lot of help, dude. And I hope you seek it soon. But here's my question of the week. Did you think that racist on the call deserved to be fired? Comment below, let me know, and I'll see you in the comment section. Most of us here are in some kind of relationship. Let me show you how right-wingers treat their partners while they're in a relationship with them. Check that out in the next video right here. And if you can, please support the channel on Patreon. I will leave those links right here and in the description below. Come join my private Discord community where we get private lives, private podcasts, and much more. I hope to see you there. Subscribe for weekly leftist videos if you haven't already, and I am